writing?
I'm trying to explain to my wife how hard and impossible it is that every time when I'm holding the camera or every time before I'm about to give a class, so I'm not able to even to think what I should talk about, and I'm not able even to think what should I say, and like maybe people doesn't understand how powerful and strong this thing is. My wife, she doesn't understand how can it be.
No,
But
I do. I can understand.
how? What you told me you don't.
No, I didn't told you I don't. I do. And I think that it means that everything that you're saying is more than true. It's like it's something that you're getting from somewhere.
From somewhere high.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday we drove from Buffalo, so we made a stop and we ate a little bit, and then we went back to the car and we drove. And my wife, she took the wheel and she drove, and we didn't thought that she will drive for long distance. I said to her that I just want to rest for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, and she said, okay, so I'll drive. And while she started driving, so she told me that her back hurts, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't thought that I can help her while she was driving, and I decided to okay, with all the sorrow, with all my will, that I want to help her, and I want to to ease the pain, that she won't hurt so much. I still decided to go to sleep because she was driving and there was no much to do. And I closed my eyes and I fell asleep. And immediately, right? It was immediately. Right after I fell asleep, so I heard her, my wife's voice, talking to me and calling me, Dror, Dror, and she didn't. She's driving. But it was like a voice that I heard in my mind and telling me I'm hurt. She's saying, Koev li agav. And and we're not crazy and we're not on drugs.
And I didn't talk. I wanted him to sleep.
And I just heard her calling me, Dror, Dror, and telling me, Koev li agav. And I opened my eyes and I told her, I just heard you calling me and telling me that your back hurts. And she said, I didn't say a word. And I told her, but you understand that I hear your soul, I hear your voice, and it's more important that I'll help you somehow than that I will rest even for 10 minutes. And it's true, I needed only 10 minutes, but you cannot ignore the pain of your wife. You cannot ignore the pain of your friend. And we cannot ignore the pain of the world. We cannot. We're just we can't. When we see lack of justice, it's we're immediately, we're going in the supermarkets and we see people needs help. You go and you try to ask a person, a worker, for help, you feel he doesn't want to help you. We're going, if someone is asking for help, we're jumping. Yes, what do you need? We're not working there and we're helping people. Even when we're just walking and minding our own business, but our heart is out there to help. How can you see someone that needs help and you're gonna ignore him?
This is the purpose of life, that everyone will be okay, that everyone will be feeling good with everything, that no one will be שלא יחסר לאף אחד שום
won't
דבר.
lack anything, that no one will lack anything.
This is the purpose of life, that everyone will help everyone else, that everything will be
And this
completed.
this is why I'm so frustrated, because like it's true that in the beginning our videos were like reaching out to 20 people and then 40 and then 70, and it's true that today we're reaching thousands of people. Like we're receiving the emails and we're answering and the comments, and we see the numbers, like immediately the videos are on 1,000 and it's only climbing 2,000, 3,000, and that's only on Facebook, and there's YouTube and there's SoundCloud and Twitter and the rest of those outlets. But the world is so large, and we cannot be satisfied even with 50,000 and not with 500,000 views. And it makes me very frustrated. I'm very broken from this when I'm thinking about the potential of those videos just to cheer up people and to make people happy and to come back to life, to believe in themselves. Like, because it happens, you know, because those are the comments that we're receiving on our videos. That's what people are saying after watching the videos and hearing the classes, and that's exactly what they feel. And like, why that all the world won't enjoy this wisdom that is not ours? It's just, that's like you said, that's the purpose of creation. That's what life is all about, that everyone will be themselves already.
You are the believer one from us.
She's just my wife.
No, I have problem with to continue believe and not to succeed. To succeed, to help everyone. It's
Frustrating.
like you said, it's frustrating, and for me it's making me feel that maybe we can't do that. And you're
like a cockroach.
you're
Not a cockroach. איך קוראים לזה? What you told me. A flea, right?
pishpesh.
Pishpesh, a flea.
Yes, that
My
every
wife
time
wants
someone's trying to
to kill you, you're jumping to another place and you keep on.
yeah.
Yes. We're not planning to stop, and we're not gonna stop. And even in the hardest hours, except of passing the torch and making another step, there is no other solution. And that's what faith is all about. Faith is in the nights, and if you are the co-founder of the Emunah project, so you should have faith in the nights, and you should know how not to back off and not to give up. You hear me, my lady?
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you for being by my side and helping so much. Okay, thank you, sweet followers and friends and students and whatever holy souls, precious diamonds you are. We love you, and we're gonna continue. And thank you for supporting and helping. And please keep on. And I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want each and every one of you that is able to come to Rosh Hashanah with us to come. And I want you all to subscribe to all of our outlets, and also to share the videos and to ask your friends to subscribe and to like us on Facebook and all of this mess. It's very important. It's changing things when you're being subscribed. So you're changing, you're helping. It's not for nothing. It's not an empty thing. It's a very powerful thing. It makes us being stronger and able to reach more and more destinies. And support us financially. Try to help us to invest more money into the advertisements and into all of our wonderful activities that we are planning and hoping to do for your sake and for your family's sake and for your friends' sake and for your communities. And invite us and call us to come and to give classes. 2 days ago we gave a class in Buffalo. We were there with few friends and the buffaloes. But it was great.
Yeah, it was.
Sweet people. Is there something bad we can say on people that we met along the way? Like,
No.
we saw angels, right?
Yeah.
In every place that we've been hosted, in Canada, and in every time I'm mentioning Arizona, like, I don't know why, but Arizona is something very unique that we went through. You didn't like Arizona so much?
No, I did.
We met some nice people in Arizona. People are so good. People are good. People are good. We see the good in people, you know? It's a problem. There are also some fruit cases. There are also some crazy people along the way, but no, but families that hosted us, like the family, I don't want to mention names, but the families that
there
hosted
are
us
amazing people.
in Miami and in Los Angeles that we've been, and in San Francisco, the family that host us in San Francisco.
And in Brooklyn for 2 months.
The Brooklyn family is our family.
It's true.
So we don't need to mention them. I think it's there is a very unique family in Brooklyn that opened their house, and every drawer and every door in their life for us, and they're like parents for us. A very unique family, no doubt.
Yeah, we met few people that are very
Few?
amazing.
I don't know if we can say few.
Few, it means just a little bit.
I think so.
So we met a lot of people. Amazing people. No, really, that if they all will join together, it's for sure will bring the salvation. But
Right, and that's what we're trying to do. So we want your cooperation. We want your cooperation. To watch the videos, it's nice, it's amazing, it's great, it's giving you power, and it's great, and it's amazing, and we're happy with it. It's not like we need more. But you still don't understand how powerful you are. By helping us, you will help us to achieve the things that are needed for the wide world, to achieve completion. Real complete redemption. It's not a joke. If every one of us would put his power to think and to see, okay, what can I do to distribute the light, to expand this Emunah project in the world, to bring more followers, like everyone to do something. One will advertise, one will print, one will think, one will write, one will create his own videos, one will make his own memes, one will donate money, one will donate time. Like, that's what family is for. Not like, okay, me and my wife will go and die, and the kids will enjoy the will. It's not it. The family is supposed to work together, that everyone are giving from their power. And thank God that we are being like very much supported and being helped by our friends and our students, and it's amazing. It is amazing, but we want to be able to continue. So be strong and keep up and do good, and from heaven they will assist us all to achieve huge things. Last thing, that we spoke about the reality show that we want to make. So we thought that the world can enjoy a lot from what that happens in your own houses, with our effect, with the Emunah Project effect. Means that we want you, sweet angels, to invite me, to call me to your house, and I will come and I will help you and consult you with your issues, with your problems, and we will video that, and then you will have the merit to share your life situations and the solutions for your life issues under my guidings, our guidings, to help others. And we will video it, and we will make nice like television reality show from it. So to all of you guys that are willing to help other people with no charge, only free, to help us to expand the light to other people and to offer new solutions and new suggestions for people, for good advice for them to help and save their lives. So please write your names in the comments or email us to info@emuna.com, Emuna with an H and not Emuna without an H, Emuna with an H, that you won't forget Hashem, because through Emuna without H you can forget Hashem, but through Emuna with an H you cannot forget Hashem. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
I'm with you.
And my wife is with me, so it's better for you to listen to us, because when we're together, we're in it to win it. So, what you wanted to say about the reality show of me helping people online?
That I think that a lot of people can
Benefit.
learn from others' people life, like people learning from others' mistakes. It's the same. So
You're calling them to open their houses.
yeah, the houses, the hearts, the love.
We believe in you guys and we are willing to help. So please contact us and feel comfortable to be in touch. Email, comments, and WhatsApp, whatever is easier for you. Thank you so much, beloved ones, and may the blessing will hover on your hearts, your houses, your families, all of your beloved ones. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Now, I'm very sorry from the fact that we cannot see each other, all of us together. Wouldn't it be nice, Ima, if we would have thousands of people with us now on this small screen somehow?
Yeah.
We have them, but like we can't see them. Kind of pity.
Mm-hmm.
My wife, if you remember last week on Friday, so I spoke about those silly people that finds it too interesting to talk bad things about you, about us, about me, and I mentioned one story from one of the people, like what that he did, like how we took him into our house and we gave him like everything, a place to sleep, a place to live. We supported him when he was homeless, and like we gave him money, and we took him and his wife for shopping and everything we did. And then like just after I finished telling this story, so like when I finished the video, so my wife told me, when you said those words, when you mentioned that person, so at least 10 different stories of 10 different people came up to my wife's mind, to her mind. And it was kind of funny. We were sitting and mentioning certain situations that we went through, and wow, it was hilarious, you say? Hilarious? It was hilarious. It's painful. I'm not saying it's not painful, but it's funny. You see how we have this nature of helping people one after the other, and people just they don't have it. Ima, what's going on? How are you doing? How's life? Today we went to a second hand, how you call that place? Thrift shop? Gemach. Thrift shop, right?
Yeah, thrift shop.
So we went and we found many things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Found a few
13,
things.
15 things, like,
Yeah.
and good things for the kids also. And it was much fun. In Israel you cannot find those things, and
No,
like
in Israel you can find it, but they're calling themselves thrift shops. But then when you're coming in, so it's like a vintage store. Like every shirt is
like very
more than
expensive.
you
It's
can
like a
get it
brand,
in
like
yeah,
it's the
because
highest brands.
It's antique. So it's not the same.
So, but for me, when we came to here to the US, so it was kind of weird. It was hard for me, like, to think about it even, and like to go into those places. But it's amazing because like you can really find things in very good quality, and also things
You can
that
find things that you cannot find in stores.
exactly what I wanted to say. You can also find things that are like very special and very unique. And oh, here's that. What's his name?
Where are you looking at? Oh, I see him.
We don't know the names of all the animals here, but it's
We're calling him the fat.
the fat
the fat
animal.
animal.
We're calling it the fat animal. Something dog. Hound dog. No hound dog. Something dog. It's not a dog though. It's a very nice fat and lazy animal that is crossing our front lawn from one neighbor to the other and just picking up mushrooms from the ground. So we've been to that place and it was very nice. It was a very nice experience, and we took many beautiful things, and Bezat Hashem we will dress ourselves with royal garments soon. I wanted to share with you something very powerful that happened to us in Shabbat. We walked in the street and suddenly a couple ran toward us, my wife and I and our kids. We walked just like enjoying Shabbat, and suddenly a couple ran into us. They crossed the street to speak with us, and
Very nice people.
very nice people, yes. And the woman, she said, hey, we need a rabbi to give us his opinion, someone to give us his opinion. We want to ask you, please tell us. We don't know those wonderful people. We didn't know they knew us, but probably they do.
It doesn't matter. We don't want to give too much information. Yeah, it's okay.
Couple. Yes, I'm talking
Ask
too
him.
much.
Yeah.
We met a couple, and that couple asked us a question. They needed someone to say. They were looking for another opinion, and they asked. She said that she's finding herself in front of a certain group of Orthodox people, that she is getting very stressed in front of them, very irritated by their behavior, and that she doesn't know what to do with herself. She feels very
Because
angry.
She don't want to feel those
Yes,
feelings.
She wants to
But
feel nice.
something is making her feel those feelings.
Yes, and so she asked us for help, like what can she do to stop being angry on that group of people. So for me it was very important to tell her, listen, I think that group of people are also like they also have a part in that anger that you're holding against them, and like maybe they are closing themselves in a way and disrespecting you in a way, and maybe you have that like dream of you coming closer to them and being friends with them, and maybe you can even recognize some of like people that could have been your best friends, like you have so many things in common with them, but like they are dividing themselves from you and also from us, like from everyone, and by that you're being frustrated. So it was very important for me to make her not blame herself on her feelings, even though that she was angry, and like it's not good to be angry, and you need to think how to deal with your angers and whatever, to be more relaxed and to find ways how to be calm. But still, like, also like people, everyone needs to take responsibility, you know. It's not only that, okay, I will love everyone and everyone will behave and like animals. That's also not fair. I need to have longer hands, Ima, because like the camera. And what do we need to do, Ima?
We need a selfie.
We need a selfie stick, and then you know what?
We have.
Hi, the selfie stick. That's our new selfie stick. It's not good. My hands are shaky. It's written on Moses, V'idei Moshe kvedim, and the hands of Moses were heavy. And what it means heavy, when something is heavy, it means that it weighs a lot. So I explained once that it's heavy because of all the merits that he had. So maybe my hands are shaky because of all the merits. What do you say?
Can be.
Maybe. Some compliments, like everyone needs some compliments. One of my students last week sent me a message and she said, I know that you don't like to receive compliments.
No, you do.
So I
You
told her,
like.
what's the problem? Why? Why? No, please, like, it's okay. Like, people needs always chizuk. Everyone needs to receive compliments. It's written on the verse Isha Yirat Hashem Hitit Halal, that a woman that her faith is complete, she's a woman that is being praised. So people usually explain that she will be praised because of her good actions.
Yeah.
But I'm explaining it in the opposite way, and I'm saying
opposite, no?
what?
It's appearing.
It's yes, if it's written in the opposite, Isha Yirat Hashem Hitit Halal. But so I said, right, like you say, that the way for a woman really to complete her faith is if she will be praised. If her husband will tell her that her actions are good and wonderful, so then it will motivate her to try to be even better than she is. But if all the time she will be criticized and not being praised on the good things that she's doing, so it will kill her motivation to grow. Like that.
It will give her a belief in herself.
Faith in herself, yes.
But I don't know if it's only for
Women. No, it's not only for women. You can praise me, please. Please, feel free.
No.
No, please, no. Kadima. Say something nice.
I will say after the...
Okay, well, when we'll finish the live.
No, you're very
You told
good.
me that when we're making those Snapchats, so with the filter I look very good.
No, I said it. I'm looking good, and then I'm looking at the without the filters, and it's not
With the
good.
filter we look amazing. With the filter we look so gorgeous, so amazing. So I think we need to have a... What do you do? What are you doing? Oh, now I'm self-centered. It's horrible, Ima. We need to make those videos together.
Okay, but you have to hold it from up, not from here.
Okay,
like,
I'll try.
Everyone is looking
I'll try.
through your beard.
Maybe I'll do this. Maybe like that. That's fantastic.
No, now I'm too close.
What can we do? Okay, I need to work on my muscles. So, Ima,
Yeah.
please
You're a very good man.
tell
Very good
me
person.
more. No, I'm kidding. Tell me a story. Tell me a story, really, something that remind me.
The storytellers.
Remind me of something nice that happened to us in our
something nice. It's very hard.
in our interesting
No, I'm joking.
in our interesting life. We went through so many like life experiences. We've been to so many places.
Yeah, we spoke about it. We met a lot of good people.
No, but something interesting that happened to us. Like, try to remember. Like that night that we came to Miami and we didn't... Oh, Nachman! Hello, Angel. How are you? You found a porcupine?
No.
It's a tree.
Yes.
It's a piece of wood. How are you doing? Friends are looking at you. Tell them something good. You remember that we all slept in one room in Miami? Don't mention the name of the family.
Okay.
That we came in the middle of the night to their house and it was like 11:30.
It was 12:30.
It was 12:30 and
Midnight.
we didn't
After
have a
midnight.
place to stay because in the place that we rented, the Airbnb that we rent, so someone decided to burn a whole pig in the hallway. You remember there was smoke and horrible smell all over the floor,
Yes,
and we had to leave the house and then a friend's family, they took us in, and we went
Very nice.
to their house. You need something, Nachman? Thank you for showing this porcupine to us. So they took us in, and we squeezed ourselves into their
They
place.
weren't even planning to.
They didn't
to
know
have us.
we're coming. Yeah, nothing.
It's
It was, and in their house, it was one of the best experiences. Like one of the most amazing times that we've been hosted by families. Even though that we were all sleeping on mattresses, like how you say mitnapchim, blow like air mattresses, and like for 2 nights, 2 days, we've been squeezed in that house. But they were such a loving and warming family that it was like so amazing. And the main thing is that every time that we're going to new places, so I think that we understand how great those souls are and how amazing those people, and it gives us hope to keep on trying and going and helping other souls, because we're recognizing good in every place we see, and it gives us motivation to keep on going and to fight for those people, for those precious souls that are out there. Okay, so that was my story. You have one?
No, I can't remember. I think that if people are, for me, it's much more. I remember.
Talk to me. Yes, the camera is
So
here.
it doesn't have to be so close. So I think that my mind is remembering the bad things more than it's remembering the good things. It's not quite right, but it's like the bad things are making very big stains on the
Impression.
minds,
Right.
and it's very hard. It's
You remember that night that we drove on the beach in the sea? We had a jeep, and it was the middle of the night, and then we stuck in the sand.
Yeah.
And yes, you remember it?
Yes.
And
I told you not to get in.
yes, of course. That's why it's written that if you follow the advice of your wife, you succeed. And I didn't, so we stuck.
Yeah.
And we stuck over there in the sand, and the
4
car.
kids with 4
4 kids, not 3.
No.
4
Seven.
kids. I think it was 3 back then. It was long time ago when we had the jeep. Long time ago. So the kids were over there, middle of the night, and were stuck in the sands in Israel, and the car engine stopped working,
Yeah.
and that's it. And we were stuck.
No one.
No one.
Nowhere.
Darkness.
We can see nothing.
And then I told you, okay, I'll call one of my friends and he will come and take us out. And you couldn't count on that silly advice of mine.
I can't count on nothing.
What did you do?
I crawled under
The car.
the car and I looked what is wrong with the car.
So my wife became a mechanic in that night again. It
Yeah.
wasn't the first time and not the last, unfortunately. Hopefully it won't happen again.
Amen.
But she became a mechanic, and she found that the plug
It was after
disconnected.
hours that we looked.
No. It was hours that I looked, and you gave me like the credit that I might succeed. But when I gave up and I said I'll call a friend and he will come and take us out, then you decided that you like won't let me give up and that you'll take us out from the sand.
Yeah.
And you did. And you connected the plug. Your father for sure will be very proud of you. No?
Yeah, probably.
More or less. And then the car engine just like came back to life, and you took us out.
No, you took us out. I only
No,
hit the plug.
you did it. You did it again. Oops, you did it again. You're amazing, and I have more stories to tell. Can I?
About me?
About how amazing you are. Yes, we just
No,
said that when you're
yeah.
praising your wife.
No, okay, you can do it without the camera.
Okay.
It's better.
Okay. So okay.
But you can tell stories about our lives. It's like
I think that our life is built on those moments of recognition that we're recognizing the good in each other. I think that every time that something happened that we saw that our partner, like when you looked at me and I looked at you and I saw that, like, wow, she's so amazing, or you looked at me and you said, oh wow, he's okay, I can survive with him. So those moments were like the building stones, the foundations of our building, of what that we're doing today. Because like how many times it happened to us that we were talking on certain things and we came to those deep understandings between us, and then I went out and I spoke about those points and I gave those lectures out, and people were so fascinated, wow, and they were great lectures. And really it grew up from our house. It grew up from simple conversations of ours in our dining room, in our living room, like just like sweeping the floor with my beard.
so you're saying that my
חוכמת-
no.
חוכמת נשים בנתה ביתה, that the wisdom of women built their house.
איך אומרים ביקורתיות?
Criticism, your
That my
criticism,
criticism is not only bad, it's giving something
it's not
really
only bad, it's also horrible.
horrible. I know.
No, but
I
really,
know.
like I remember that once I told you that you gave me so much, a lot of truth, and you told me that it's not the truth that you're giving to me, it's also the fact that I have the ability to receive that truth. Like it was kind of a compliment that you gave me. I was very thrilled. Really, it meant a lot to me, and I think it's great. And Ima, what do you say? There are many people out there that are still looking for their soulmates. And which advice you have for people like that? People are amazing, like they're looking for their soulmates. They just like want to find someone that they will have the ability to talk to and to share with and to speak. And like we're laughing and talking, and it seems to the camera like we're celebrating 24/7, but like we know the truth. Like
Yeah, we do.
you're hitting me every
It's
day.
like-
You're beating me up. like
It's like photos that you're taking photos for of the good things to remember them, but actually it's only photo.
it's like into to the camera, like you put the
You're
most
smiling to the
you're
camera.
smiling to the camera, you're putting your best into the camera, but in reality we went through many hard times and many like hours of despair, and so the secret is not to give up, right? Also in the process of searching to find that soulmate, and also later, like when you find it, it's not enough. Okay, you bought a ring, you got married, you found a place to make that event, you rent out. It doesn't finish. It doesn't finish
Never finished.
till the fat lady sings, right? Here she sang. There's a fat bird on the tree that sings. I think it's time of redemption, Ima. You see the signs? Do you believe in the redemption? You're live. You're live. You're live.
I want to believe.
You want to believe.
I believe in the redemption. I think.
Whoa. Yes.
See, maybe
Selfie
I
stick.
shouldn't say
No,
what
no,
I
no,
wanted
no.
to
Say. Please
I
say.
think that the redemption is more depends on the people than in the creator, in Hashem. I think that the people have much more power to do things, and it depends on the people.
On us.
Let's say
Not you.
I don't have
Us is a-
strength.
Not us, you and I. You
No, yes,
me and
us.
my homies, me and my friends, me and the Emuna family.
Yeah.
The Emuna family, our guys.
It's a great family.
It's the best
Really,
family.
it's amazing people. Amazing people.
You hear it, guys? It's not only me. My wife, she thinks the same. You're amazing. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. I don't see anything bad in you. I really see only the good in you. And we believe in you and in your power to grow and to expand. And yesterday in one of our groups I saw a message that one of the friends he wrote, or she wrote, I don't remember who wrote that, but one of the friends wrote that because that we are all over the place, scattered like everyone, one is in New York, one is in Alabama, one is in Israel, one in South Africa, one in everyone, all around the world. So because of that, we have the power to share with all the world the wisdom that we're holding, that we have the ability to conquer the world because we're all over the place. And it inspired me. So I want to tell you that the best and the fastest and the most productive way to take over the world with the light of Emunah, of faith, is by sharing those videos. And of course, if you feel like talking and sharing your thoughts as well, to share that wisdom on social media outlets, on the Facebook groups and on YouTube to groups, to make sure to post those links and to share it with the souls on Facebook, on groups. And groups doesn't have to be Jewish groups, and doesn't have to be religious groups,
Because there are a lot of good people everywhere. It's not only Jewish people.
there are also a lot of good squirrels and porcupines
Yeah, but I
and
meant
koala
people.
bears and
There
everyone
are a lot of good souls.
in the world, and panda
That
bears.
all of them with us, they deserve to be
Redeemed.
redeemed.
And bunny rabbits and deers
Everyone.
and birds. Okay, yes. Thank you so much for listening, for hearing, for liking, for sharing. And if you want to make something interesting, so if you want us to come and I think that it will be very interesting for people if they will see us, me, coming and making home visits in your houses. I think that if we will video our conversations and meetings in 4 eyes, but we will broadcast those things online, it will be very interesting for people to enjoy those meetings, those situations. So if you want to invite us to your house, and that we will come and help you and give you guidings and help you with certain things that you struggle with, so be in touch with us. You can write it down on the comments, or you can send email to info@emuna.com. And it's very important to know that when you write Emunah, you should write it with an H, that you won't forget Hashem, right? Emunah in Hashem, Emunah with an H. It's very important that you won't lose Hashem. You don't want to lose Hashem, right? So do that and get wiser, and from heaven they will assist us all, that all of our prayers and requests will be answered. And soon it's Rosh Hashanah. We have so many stories to tell you about Rosh Hashanah. You remember Rosh Hashanah, Ima?
Yeah.
For 15
Few
years.
of them.
Few of them. For 15 years, one year after the other, maybe 16 years, we would go to Rabbi Nachman of Breslev's Tzion grave in Uman, and we were there. Most of the years,
We or you?
no, We.
We.
We? We? What are you saying? Haven't I bought you tickets
Yeah,
and I
no,
took you
no.
with me?
Yeah.
You were my
together.
best friend over there. We were crying together in Rosh Hashanah. You remember how many times I was crying before Rosh Hashanah?
Yeah, I remember the time that I didn't have the ticket. 24 hours. It was 12 hours before
the flight. Yes. We bought tickets.
Devastated.
We bought tickets only for me and 2 of our kids, and you and 3 of our kids were supposed to stay.
I thought that I'm strong enough to stay alone.
You are strong
No,
enough,
I'm not.
but no, listen.
No, I'm not.
Look, I'll tell you something. Listen, you are strong enough.
I am.
Just that a person doesn't need to be strong in the places that he is not strong in those places. He needs to be strong in the places that he's strong. And in the
Sometimes
places-
a person have to be strong for others.
When others really needs him to be strong.
True.
But if it's okay for someone that something will be hard or that something won't be easy, like he can accept the fact that it's not easy for you, so you don't need to be strong, you don't need to struggle. In reality, for you, separation between us in any kind, in any way, is the worst thing. Also for me, like I was devastated. You remember how many times I fly to Uman and I was standing in front of the cab, the taxi, and about to go on the cab, crying like I was dead. Kids started to cry and they were okay. Father is going to Uman, and you and I are standing in the street and crying like it wasn't for us, this separation. It's like it's not our nature. First year that I fly to Uman, we talked maybe 48 hours over the phone. We weren't able to deal with the separation. Some souls are not meant to be apart.
Yeah, it's not everyone.
No, not everyone.
For everyone to go together to Uman and to do
No.
everything together.
Not
There are some people that it's the separation for
for them might be even good. We don't know.
לשעות, לכמה שעות.
For certain
for certain
hours.
amount of time, so it's good.
Yes, so for us it didn't work. It's not the right thing for us. So for a few years I was torturing you and I would fly and we would talk over the phone for hours and we would suffer so badly during the Rosh Hashanah. Like that year that the neighbors were fighting with you and cursed everyone and police came.
Very funny. Amazing.
And like that year that there was a fire. Okay, so every year there was something else. And after a few years we realized that it not meant to be. Not for us. That we were not supposed to separate for Rosh Hashanah. So what we did? We bought tickets for all the family. With which money? Money was growing from the trees.
Yeah.
From the
I wanted
trees.
to say, I don't know from which money.
Yes.
No,
So I stolen your wallet and that's how we bought the tickets. So what had really happened in that year was that two of our kids was supposed to come with me to Uman, and my wife and 3 kids, we thought that my wife
yeah,
will
we thought
be
that it will be short because it was shorter than other years. It's supposed to be shorter.
it was supposed to be only for a couple of days, 3 days, and
3
that's
days.
it. And we thought that it will be okay. And then 12
and we
hours.
thought that I will have with who to spend the times that I won't feel so lonely, but
In reality,
in reality,
we found ourselves that we were alone and not supported and without the hug of the family that were so needed for us. And 12 hours before my flight,
we started looking for tickets.
we start
for tickets.
looking for
It was Motzei
for a
Shabbat.
window. It was after Shabbat and my flight was supposed to be early morning, and like we were dead. And I said to my wife, I'm not leaving you here alone. We're gonna find tickets. And I'm calling the agency to
She
buy
said nothing.
tickets. She said maybe
Really?
2. She said 2 tickets. She said I have two
tickets
tickets.
that she wasn't so sure
So
that,
sure.
that
So
she have it.
but we needed 3 because it's my wife. No, we needed 4, and she had 3, something like that. She didn't have enough tickets, and I said to my wife, listen, pack up your suitcases and the suitcases of the kids. We're gonna fly. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be okay. And she's crying and hating herself and blaming herself for torturing me and making me feel blame, like not like that I need to put so much effort and to buy the tickets and all the stress that we were in.
And that it was my idea to stay, like if
Also.
I said
Yes,
in the
and
beginning, but okay.
we're forgetting that it was my idea to fly every year to Uman, right? We're not mentioning that. Always judging me favorably. So, B'kitzur, to make a long story short, I told you, pack up your suitcases and I'm going to do 1 hour Bodedut. Went out from the house, start talking to Hashem, and I told him, listen, you must and you have to, and there's no other way. And then I got a phone call from the woman and the agency, tickets agency, and she said, I'm sorry, you don't have tickets. And I looked to heaven like I was sure I'm about to be answered, and that's it. I told her, listen, no way, like I must have a salvation here. She said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. I told her, look, okay, I'll try to call them myself. And she said, okay, call them. And I called, and like it was like a miracle, a complete wonder. The woman in the agent in El Al, the flight company, she told me, yes, I have 4 tickets. And like I told her,
Book it.
I'm taking it. It's ours. Now. And we were on the same flight. And after like 1 hour and a half, the taxi came and took us all. And
It wasn't there that Israel Nathan wasn't registered with us on.
I don't think. No, that was on one of the different flights. In a different flight, we booked.
Never mind, you were blowing.
What,
people
35
mind.
minutes? What, 35 minutes?
Set them free.
Okay, guys, you need to go to sleep. My wife is sending you to bed now. It's your sleeping
No,
time.
you can tell, but actually, the
It's a
people-
short
The
one.
people that doesn't want to listen, they can shut.
Okay, right. Like if you don't feel like staying, so it's time
okay by
you can
us.
go by us. It's okay. So one time we booked tickets for the family. I think it was for Oman. Maybe it was that year that we fly to Oman and then Amsterdam. I think it was that year that we fly to Oman for Rosh Hashanah, and after Rosh Hashanah, yes, that's why we booked it very early, because we organized that too. We fly to Oman in Ukraine from Israel, and then from Oman to Amsterdam, and we spent another few days in Amsterdam, and then we came back in Holland, and then we came back to Israel. So we booked those tickets like few months earlier, 3 months earlier, and Israel Nathan was born few days before Rosh Hashanah.
Right.
We're not going to talk about that as well, right? It's another
No,
story.
it's okay.
We can talk about it too. Okay, so Israel Nathan, like you know, he had a birthday a few days before Rosh Hashanah, and when we came to the airport, so instead of being 2 years old, he was already 3
Registered
years
as
old.
3.
And the tickets were not valid anymore, was not up, was like we had to pay a different price. But when we told him, okay, we're ready to, so he didn't have a ticket, because we thought that he is like everything is perfect, but because that his age changed, so we lost his ticket.
And they told us they
And they
can
told
book
us-
the ticket, but not in the same flight.
And we were not able to raise the price and to pay for that ticket, because they said there's no ticket, no space on the airplane. What did we do? And they said they can give us a ticket on a different flight, but okay, like how can we do that? We cannot send one of the kids on a different flight. And my wife, like flights to Uman were mostly men, so it was not comfortable that my wife will fly alone also. So what did we do?
we booked it. We booked the ticket. In the
In
end,
the end,
it was
like always.
someone. It was like
After
they
all your
found the
blood
ticket.
is down on the ground,
Everything was closed because it was in the middle of the night.
like always.
And then someone that working there came to the
He
office
helped
and he
us.
said that he will do it for us.
Yes,
And we paid, and then
Like
we got
always.
the money back in the
like
end.
always. Like always.
It was the same year that all the kids didn't have the passports. We came and all the
And the most
passports were-
amazing thing is that we're not making up, and like we're just like it's part of our mission. In that year that we went to it was one of the tours, right? That we didn't have the passports for two of the kids, and we had to make new passports for them, and we were running all over
It
the
also the middle of the night and everything was closed.
and two of the passports of our kids was not updated. They expired,
Three of them.
3 of them, and we had to run and to make pictures and then to make new passports in the airport, and it was amazing. Okay, Bekitsu,
Amazing. It was amazing.
thank you, my wife, for surviving. Thank you, my friends, for holding on with us. We love you. We bless you to have easier life than ours. And
And we want everyone to remember that the good must win.
must win. We're in it to win it. We're in it to win it. We're in it to win it. Say it 6,000 times and you'll see the complete redemption. We're in it to win it. 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 The Pooh.
Now you have to do it from the beginning.
Okay, I'll start. And Bezrat Hashem from heaven, they'll assist you that all your prayers will be answered.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Be well.